Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Thursday, so you know we're here with Robin Shimizu and friends with Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu. Robin's in the house, and we're so excited. I want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. She's on the road today. Hey, Fran. And for all of those of you who are watching on the replay and watching live, we just want to say good morning. Let us know you're here. Put a little something, something in the chat. Let us know you're joining the conversation. Hey, how you doing, Robin?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us, Maureen Stevenson. She's our wellness expert today, and in a minute I'm going to introduce her. But today I actually have a healthy habit. So I've been doing a lot of Zooming lately, and I just wanted to show you what my new chair looks like. So there's my new chair. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's one of those little bouncy balls that you sit on. So what I've been doing is starting yesterday, actually, I've been using my bouncy ball as my chair. So I can start working my core at the same time as I'm talking on the phone. And it's actually kind of fun. So you have to balance on this ball a little bit. So wait for me to settle down a little bit here. So that's my healthy habit for you guys today, is to consider other ways that you can use your bouncy ball other than letting it sit in the corner of the room and gather dust like mine. I had to dust it off before I got onto it this morning. So that was really fun. Anyway.
I have to admit that I am a victim of the bouncy ball in the corner.
A dusty bouncy ball in the corner. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing, they don't lose their air. I've had this thing blown up for years and it still is fine. So it hasn't been used hardly at all. Okay, so that's just a fun little tip for today. Today we have Maureen Stevenson, and she hasn't been with us for quite a while. I think it's probably been a few, maybe even 6 months or so, huh, Maureen? Yeah. But Maureen and I met at one of the BizChick events, and I was immediately drawn to her. She had this beautiful pink outfit on and this pink hat that matched it. It was just so beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, she's got so much style and flamboyant. And then when I met her, I just said, okay, I really, really like this woman. She's got a beautiful heart. So Maureen, she is I like to call her like a nutrition coach almost. She teaches us how to eat and that term. Take care of our hormones and how to balance ourselves. So when we're going through, but she has a special program for women going through menopause, or helping you go through menopause nutritionally. Anyway, Maureen will tell us all about herself in just a minute as soon as I stop trying to introduce her. So Maureen, please tell us a little bit more about yourself, my flamboyant friend.
Okay, so my name is Maureen Stevenson. My journey into health and wellness started with my own personal story of during my 40s, I hit rock bottom. And when I went into the room, my friends elected to leave the rooms because I was very miserable in my body. Turned out I was going through perimenopausal, and I was like really, really miserable and hungry and depressed, and just balled myself up into a ball most days and couldn't get out of bed. And so I went on the journey to go to my doctor, and my doctor decided that she was going to prescribe me antibiotic and antidepressant. So I was like, oh my God, I came home and read the label, and it freaks me out. So the next thing you know, I went into looking at holistic practice to help me transition through the life change of menopause and differently. So I end up into nutrition, how to eat for those symptoms of menopause, and also how to exercise for strength. So I always tell people that two things saved my life. Literally, how to exercise for strength, and how to eat food holistically to combat the symptom of menopause. But also, when I was going through that, before my body was sending me a lot of clues, and then finally in the program, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I said, to God be the glory, I was on that journey before. So that whole program and that whole eating habit helped me to successfully transition and go through my breast cancer surgery and to go to my breast cancer treatment without meds, but just to use holistic practice to get me to where I am today. So today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about how you can change one small habits that leads to many, many big habits. so so that's a little bit about me. I have two groups on Facebook. One is Finish Life Strong, because I believe that as you age, you can finish life strong. It's going to take me out, but I'm going out strong. And then the other one I just formed is Thriving During Menopause. And I say both groups is Thriving Through Menopause is the specialist group. You know, when you're sick and you go to your doctor and they recommend you to the specialist, that's that group. We do anything that has to do with gut health and menopausal health. And then Finish Life Strong is the general group where we have everybody can just come and join. But this group, Thriving Through Menopause, I want women to come and share with one another of how they journey through this unique life change by themselves, their own unique story. Not my story, but your own unique story. And so we can educate each other and we can support each other in that journey as we not just survive menopause, but merely thrive. Because I believe, and that's a personal thing for me, I believe that we weren't just merely come here to just survive. We were come here to thrive. So just let us, if you are looking for a place for inspiration, for encouragement, and just want to learn more about the symptoms, learn more about the hormones that that we suffer from when we during the life change, I invite you to join the group. So that's a little bit about me. And so today I wanted to talk about what are you feeding yourself? And so my topic is all about what are you feeding yourself? And I wanted to talk about food because food is our energy source. It is a mean of flowing our body. Like you're going to Los Angeles and you make preparation for the trip. And we cannot get off the journey halfway because we wouldn't reach where we're going. We wouldn't reach our destination. And I think I see so much people want to get there as fast as possible and just make it to a yo-yo diet and not a lifestyle. But I would encourage you to just take small steps. And remember that you are going to a destination. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. It's not an immediate thing that you try 3 months and you don't get through, and then you fall off again and go back to the drawing board. It's you continue to evolve. Your body, as you know it, as I know it, continue to evolve. It's not just one diet. You should let your body write the diet that it wants, because every day for me, I wake up with a different body.
Wow.
Yeah, so the body I went to bed with today, last night, it's a different body I wake up with. So I don't feed myself yesterday nutrition. I feed myself today nutrition based on how my body is feeling today. Because we evolve every day. Every day there's something new. I don't know about you guys, but every day something new happens in my body. Like the pain I went to bed with, I'm like, oh hell, what is this morning? So So it's different.
Uh-huh.
And so most of us, I think, especially in this during this time of I call shelter in place, I just
Mhm.
wanted to say to us that I'm here to talk about what are you feeding yourself during this time while
Okay.
you're locked down. Um, we can always find ourselves to stop. We eat emotionally, so we eat when we're bored, we're angry, lonely, disappointment, and stress. And I know for me, I don't know, this shelter in place can bring up a lot of feeling of loneliness, a lot of feeling of boredness, a lot of
Mhm.
disappointment because most of us have plans and our plans was just wiped out, so we get disappointment. Some of us
Mm.
have clients that we lose, some of us have places that we needed to go, some of us have talks that we need to do, and all of those things is canceling. That huge disappointment can lead us into this, I call it dark hole, where we just eat for that. You
Mm.
know,
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
just eat for that. And so I invite you to be mindful when you put that food in your mouth. When you take the fork up and decided to eat the food, think about it. Am I eating because I'm really hungry? Or am I
Oh.
eating for my disappointment? Am I eating for because I'm really, really angry because this thing just wiped out everything under me or from me? Am I eating because I'm lonely? You
Mm.
know, and am I eating because bored, boredom? We find ourselves at home, and some of us we're not used to being at home. Our safe
Mhm.
place is going through the door every morning, and that's how we cope with our life stresses. So identifying the hungry, why do we eat? And so I made some notes about physical hunger. It's
Okay.
so physical hunger gradually appear, and it may include like low energy or a rumbling sound in your belly. We all have that, right? Sometimes
Sometimes.
you're open to option and may be satisfied with any type of food. You feel like you're in control of your choices. You are able to stop when you're full, and it does not lead to guilt. That's physical hungry. And the next one is emotional hungry. Comes on suddenly.
Mm.
In the heat of the moment, you're hungry. It originates in your head or in your heart, not your belly.
Oh.
Yes, can only be satisfied with certain type of food. Examples
Oh.
of the food are cookies, chips, and
Yeah.
chocolate, etc.
Yeah.
So you get those cravings.
Right, and then you feel out of control. You feel like you have no control. And one of the things that help you to, I would say, to take back control. So
Mm.
emotional hungry make you feel out of control. You feel
Mm.
like you're in a daze. You can't even stop when you're full. When you eating the chips and you have to go back for the next bag and you have to go back for the next bag because you're not physical hungry. You're eating for your emotion. And
Wow.
it comes with a lot of guilt. When we finish eating that, we like, okay, I feel terrible about myself. And I
Mm.
don't think personally that food should make us feel terrible about ourselves. I think food should make light you up. Food should put in that spark because
Mm.
you have just put some quality premium gas in your tank. You know what I mean? When you go to the gas station, if you use diesel and you put in regular, then the car won't start.
Yes.
So it's the same thing I said with our body, but when you eat food, it's like that. It lights you up. It makes you want to go and go and go. It shouldn't make you just want to feel like crap. So that's one way you can realize that you're eating either emotionally or you're eating physical hungry.
Uh-huh.
And so
I'm I'm just I'm just putting up the greetings from people. Don't stop. I don't want to distract you. Okay.
so I just wanted to point that out today. So the next time you reach for the fridge, the next time you decided that you're hungry, take a pause,
Mm. Hmm.
drink a 8-ounce glass of water, and determine, am I really hungry
Yes.
or am I eating my emotions?
Oh, I like that. Am I eating my emotions?
Uh-huh. That's a good one. Am I eating my emotions? That's a
Whoa.
thing, uh, Maureen, that I've been trying to practice myself, which is just being more mindful about what I'm eating also. So whatever's on my plate, I'm thinking about it. I'm taking my time eating it. I'm enjoying it. It's called, you're being more mindful and intentional about what you're eating. And so it makes you slow down. It's just a better way of making it more of an event. You're eating and you're doing something pleasurable for yourself rather than just sitting at the sink and eating something really quickly. So
Ah.
stop, slow down, enjoy your food, and make it more of an enjoyable event. Like Maureen said, enjoy your journey.
Yeah, so there is definitely a thing called mindful eating, but it's also good for your digestion.
Hmm.
It's where you chew your food.
Hmm.
The more you chew your food, the easy it has on your digestive tract. It's easy to digest, but also you get full quicker when you take your time and enjoy and savor your
Hmm.
food and be one with your food. Get off the phone. Don't eat while you are distracted. No, sometimes we do that. We eat when we are on the phone. We eat during our lunchtime, and that is
Mhm.
that is an act of self care.
Mm.
It's an act of self care that this is the precious time that you are taking for your body. This is your
Uh-huh.
time to nourish you so that you can be more effective to go on that phone later on. But for that 10 or 15 minutes or the half hour that they give you, it's time for you to slow down. It's time for you to be present. Be present
Ah.
with your food. So when you do those little steps, it leads to bigger step because you realize that you are choosing quality over quantity.
Mm. Uh-huh.
So you want to take that time. You want to take that time to determine that, like, okay, I'm angry with Terry, let me go get the cheese, and you open the fridge and but if you talk to her and says, I have a problem with you, and that emotion goes away, then you won't have to heat your emotions. And then we're at how many calories later thinking about how we shame ourselves with food.
Yes.
So I literally don't think that personally, food is this bad thing. Food is a great thing. Any food, it's just what they put inside the food that determines how you eat it. And I don't
Mm.
go to the thing where you have to deprive yourself, but you do have to watch your portion. I always say, watch your portion. If something is good for you, why wouldn't you do it more? And what is
Mm.
not good for you, and you have to determine that you do it less. But that choice is up to you to determine which food is that.
Okay.
You have to determine that, like, what is going to be on my plate, because this is my life. Do I want it to run like an expensive Tesla vehicle or whatever that high-end vehicle is? Or do I just want to pull off on a curve side and flagging down another man to help me? And that's your body. No, that's your body. That is the choice that you have to make for your body. Am I this expensive piece of brand? You know how we go out and we're always talking about branding and how we want our branding to look and how expensive we want our branding to look. It's the same thing. You are your own brand of your own body. What are
Wow.
you putting in your brand? Do you want your brand to shine? Do you want your brand to level up? You know, it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with our body. We have to start leveling up our body, leveling up it with the food that we do, the time that we spend with it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I know you, Bistric, always saying like, get to the front of your own line. But if you only give it food that leaves you on the roadside, you won't get to the front of your line because you won't feel good enough
That's
to go
true.
to the front of your line.
Exactly.
You
So
you
we have
won't.
a comment here too, from Brenna. Robin, can you read that?
She says, I just shut down. I just shut with down and I have to create with my hands, get my hands dirty and get back to basics. I don't eat treats, indulgences out of scarcity mentality, must conserve. I mean, I have dark Annabelle's chocolate and I haven't opened them for the first single treat a while back.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, that's a personal choice. I always say I eat chocolate. When
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
eat chocolate, I make sure 70% is coming from cocoa.
Mhm.
So I
Uh-huh.
make sure that you have to make sure your dark chocolate, because your dark chocolate is good. It's good for a number of things.
Mhm.
But as I
Oh,
said, portion control is a great thing. You have to you have to think about it. Think about paying an extra dollar for a super sized meal. The meal may be easy on your pocket, but it's guaranteed that you're going to have a supersized waist or a supersized
ooh, ah.
or a supersized tie. So you have to make those choices.
Mhm.
What what are my portion? What are my dollars buying me? You know, is my dollar buying me health or is my dollar taking away my health? And only you have that dollar in your purse. So I literally tell people that your health is in your own hand. It's
Mhm.
right here.
Ah.
It's what you do with it. You put your hand in your pocket to spend that extra money, then you have to decide, do I buy wealth? Do I buy health? Or am I cheating myself health?
Mm-hmm.
So those choices, we have them. We have the power to take back our life back, depending on where you want to go with it. And I always say, before I started this whole journey, I always say to people when they see me pack my lunch and they said, I can't do that. I said, I understand because I basically cannot eat fast food. So I understand that. I understand that I have to pack my lunch because then I would feel out of place. I would feel off balance. I would feel jittery. But on the other hand, I have to have empathy and realize that that's your lifestyle. So if you don't have it, you kind of feel the same way that I feel when I don't have my lunch bag.
Ah. Uh-huh.
So those are like the personal choice that we have to make for ourselves. And I think that's where significantly where a nutritional health coach comes in, because
Mhm.
they can actually teach you, or well, that if you're open to learn, you know,
Mhm.
we
Well,
can
well,
actually teach you like guideline has to, how do you want to do this to create that life that you dream for yourself and to make it a reality in terms of your health and wellness. Sorry, Terry.
I wanted to say that you do this thing called the table of 6, where you set a table for no more than 6 women, They come in and you cook them a meal and you explain all the nutritional benefits of these different foods as we go through the different courses. And we do we do an introduction to some yoga and things like that to get our bodies prepared to receive the meal. Then we sit down and we receive the meal. I think that this is a wonderful thing. And I really recommend that you sign up for the Table of Six. You may not be able to come in physically, but you can pick your food up and then maybe come into a Zoom call and talk about what's going on with the food and how it benefits your body. So Maureen's going to be doing some virtual stuff, which I just signed her up to do. Don't tell anybody, she's not aware of this. She's going to be doing some virtual tables of six, and I highly recommend that you guys sign up for that because it was extremely beneficial to me. I learned about some things, some health things, just from other people in the room. One of the ladies talked to me, Maureen, about dry brushing. And I was not aware of that or what it did and how it stimulates your lymphatic system. I mean, you never know what you're going to learn at the Table of Six. So I highly recommend it. And I encourage you to get a seat because obviously the seats are limited. When the next Table of Six, you go come back and put that in the chat later after she gets a chance to pray over that.
Well, yeah, the Table of Six last year was a fantastic event. It just blew my mind because I think one of the things that I take from it, from the ladies that come to the table, was that most of I would say the vegetable and all the ingredients that we host at the table, most people said they actually see them, but they don't know how to use them.
How to prepare them, yes.
Yes, how to prepare them in a meal. So that was exciting that I get to, let people, did it use that? And then people would say, no, that tastes bad. But when they taste it, they were like, oh my God, I've never tasted. I passed it in the aisle all the time, but I never get to use it. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know how to use it. So the table was a great success. Then, yeah, we think we're going to try the online version and see how that works. Yeah.
I will come pick my food up. You know what I'm saying?
See how that works. It's kind of, it's bonding. It was community where we get to share some things that people feel. We foster courageous in discussion, because sometimes you're shy, but then you hear other women's stories, so it gives you the courage to actually share your journey of what you are going through personally. And that's a personal choice. We just ask you if you want to share, or the table is just something that's open that we just share and just do some bonding and community. And so I hope to see you guys. I hope to welcome you and to give you, I think it's a one of a kind experience. I might be partial, but I think you learned.
we learned quite a bit, and I truly enjoyed it. And I highly recommend it, ladies. It was it was more than I expected. Maureen really over-delivered. So I highly encourage you to participate, and I highly encourage you, Maureen, to do the Table of Six virtually and let us pick up our food and then talk about it.
That would be so much fun. That's a great idea, Terry.
That's a great idea. We could just put it in one, Facebook room. Facebook.
Exactly. We can come into the room and you can tell us what's on our plate and why we're eating it.
You're right.
The benefits of what we're eating. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a great idea.
I did a virtual Facebook painting class. That was fun.
Nice.
There's a lot of things we could do online, and Maureen, that would be so fantastic if you would do that for us. That would be so much fun. I know we could do it. I think that would be fun.
I think we can do it.
You could maybe do a table for 8.
I mean,
what difference does it make? It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be 6 people.
It
It could
doesn't
be,
have to be 6 now because we're open. We're on
yeah.
because it's virtual.
it's virtual. But at the time I only had 6 tables.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah. I mean,
so that makes sense. But now we're virtual. We can just open it up. So
Exactly.
so that other women can experience the time.
Exactly. And I don't know how the food preserves or not, but you may want to just freeze it the night before, have us come pick it up in the morning, and the class starts at such and such a time.
No, we get up and cook the food. I still will do the food
You want it fresh, people.
fresh. Yeah.
Okay, so we can come by the day of.
Yeah, so I'll get up early and cook the food, and then you can come by and pick your food up. I'm a big component of fresh food. I don't know.
And then we have the class.
And then we have
after
the
every-
class at 2. We can pick the
Makes
food
sense.
up in the morning, and then I would have the class later. So that would be
I like
dinner.
that.
That would
I
be
like
dinner. Yeah.
So what do
So-
you guys think about this who are watching? If you think this is a good idea, put a 1 in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, we could just do dinner. We could just do dinner that evening. Let it be a
But-
dinner like we're dining at a restaurant, but no,
And
we're
everybody, we could all dress up. We could all dress up and come to dinner.
and we can
Wonderful.
have our own little, if we want, a little glass of water or wine.
whatever
Exactly.
you want. Yes, yes. That's a fun way. You can
Yes,
yeah.
and
Okay.
everybody could
Can
show
make
off
sure
their table setting. So Brenna says very abundant information and fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she enjoyed it. Uh-huh.
So another thing,
Oh,
I don't know how
Tamika
much
says,
time
look.
we have.
we can't get you going because we got we got comments coming in. Tamika says great. See that?
Yeah. So I'm gonna definitely make that happen.
Thank
Great.
you.
And we're definitely going to be there.
Okay. So I
Thank
wanted
you.
to talk a little bit about one of the things that is so cheap and so easy to do, and it has so many abundant benefits, and I think so much of us make that pass the wayside. And so I just wanted to talk about that, drinking more water.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to say it and just to encourage my fellow ladies, if you want beautiful, beautiful skin, water. If you want to promote weight loss, water. If you want to speed up your metabolism, water. Winners drink more waters always.
Oh.
So join the winning team and drink water. It flushes out all your toxin. Water makes you go to the bathroom and don't strain.
Ah.
It makes that come right out. And you don't have to feel any pain. You don't have to be constipated. Especially when we're at home now and most of us is sitting.
Yes.
And we're always doing this Zoom and our life is consumed with more sitting than walking. At least when we used to get up at the house, we have to get up intentionally to put on some clothes and to put on some lipstick and to take walks to our car. But now
Exactly.
there's nothing to do, so you just lounge around. And so I wanted to encourage you today to incorporate some more water in your life. If you don't like the plain water, find something to jazz it up. It's coming to summer, and I see a lot of fruits out there. Just put your favorite fruits in there and jazz it up, or just make a glass or whatever you have and put it in the fridge with a little bit of fruits that you like. So maybe you can just say, I'm drinking some exotic grape water. You can put your fancy label on it, whatever it is. But please, just an invitation to drink more water, especially how it's getting really warm. I was outside the other day doing a live, and my iPhone just shut off and says it needs to cool itself down.
Yes.
And my husband, and my husband says your iPhone is smarter than you. Because
That's why it's
outside.
a smartphone.
You're outside killing yourself in that sun when you're not supposed to be out here. So I guess your phone have some sense to tell you to draw your ass back in the house, right?
It was 104,
I
Marie.
know, I know. So
It was no joke yesterday.
my husband was, oh my God, Maureen, thank God I bought you that phone. It's damn smarter than you. Drink
Oh my gosh.
drink more water, drink more water, drink more water, and just use some of the instruments that your iPhone maybe can tell you that when you're going over the edge, that you need to wheel yourself back.
Okay. Bring it back in. Claudia's in the house, and Claudia, I suggest that you also, she's with Boxable, that she also start some kind of virtual dinner parties if she hasn't done so already,
Yeah,
where people can pick up their food and then she hosts the party online where people can show off their table settings, show off what they've done, you know what I mean, and get dressed up because we miss that.
yeah, Claudia is the bomb.
She
Yeah.
sets the table, I'm telling
Oh, oh my God, that lady
you.
just go off the edge. I'm like, okay, I see you. You just go off the edge of your table setting.
I
I
was amazed at what she did the other day at an event. It was just phenomenal. So
yeah,
yeah.
I went to her customer service event. She and Lakeisha, they were doing it together.
Yes.
Oh my
Wasn't that
God!
amazing?
I walked in and my jaw just dropped. I was like, amazing table setting. Like the room was just, oh, I don't even can I can't describe it, but it was such an awesome event. It was such an awesome.
Exactly. And so I want Claudia, give me a call after the show too. I got something I want to share with you and with Maureen. But yeah, ladies, it's almost it's past the half an hour.
I know.
Maureen, you want to tell us the summary of what we talked about today?
We talked about emotional eating and physical hunger and emotional hunger, and how the next time you decided to put that fork to your mouth, or the next time, just pause and determine, what are you eating for? Am I eating my emotion, or am I eating because I'm truly hungry? And also to remember that you're in control. I just want you to walk away to be empowered today, to know that you're in control. Remember that. Remember that the next time you're choosing, that you are in control. And if you're finding yourself getting out of control, just pause again and think about food as a fuel. Think about food in comparison to your car. Do you want to be eating food that leaves you on the wayside, or do you want to eat food that takes you to your destination? You know, when we're going there, we carry the car to the shop to make it tune up and make sure it runs properly so that we're not left on the highway. So determine that with food next time. And then you can decide. But always remember that you can be in control. So
Very good
Thank
words
you.
of advice.
And Brenda has one last comment. You were talking about the water. She says less oxygen, kidney, and liver function happen with less water. So there are a lot of benefits, people, to what Maureen is talking about today.
yeah.
What I liked about what you said today, Maureen, is the fact that we are sheltered in and we can make good choices while we're sheltered in. We could choose to make good choices, or we could choose to not make good choices, but we have that control. And I really think that's a really good message, that take advantage of the fact that we are sheltered in and we have the time to take care of ourselves. And so this is a good way to start, just one step at a time and make good choices. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
One small habit leads to many big habits. So take that first step of taking care of yourself, of thinking that you're your own brand. How would you like your brand to show up? I know that we're all entrepreneurs and we want to present our best foot out there. It's the same thing. Present your own body as your own brand and level it up during this quarantine. Level it up so that it can be there for you.
Yep. Thank you so much, Maureen. Great advice.
Thank you guys for inviting me. Thank you guys for sharing, and thank you guys for watching.
We'll be sure to announce your table for your unlimited table that's coming up.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Unlimited table.
And that'll be so much fun. And maybe we could do something like a Claudia Maureen combination even.
Oh my gosh.
You know, like have a beautiful table setting that Claudia can help us with, and Maureen
Claudia,
with the food.
Call me.
There you go, Claudia. You got to call her a messenger.
Okay, so next week I wanted to let people know we have Dr. Tamika Jackson that's going to be with us. It's very exciting. I'm not sure what she's going to talk about, but I'm sure it's going to be totally perfect. So that'll be fun. She's a good friend of Jill Weston, and we're looking forward to seeing Dr. Jackson with us next week. So that'll be fun.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you again, Maureen, for coming in and talking to us. I do want to finish this comment here before you go. Brenna says, I say just because you can doesn't mean you should. Be mindful. Am I loving myself if I down that bag of chips? Oh my gosh. Oh, Brent, I just did that yesterday. I downed a bag of chips and I hadn't had chips in I don't know when. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to love myself more, evidently, Maureen.
No, remember, no guilt. Just start
guilt. That's right.
Just start over.
You just don't want to turn it into a habit. So I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow is Friday, so we'll be talking tech and English. Come on over, have some fun. There's a lot of things happening in technology as a result of us having different conditions that we're living under, so more and more people are using it. Mm-hmm. So come on over and get some information. In the meantime, I just want to thank you, Robin, again. You always have such fabulous guests. Guys, you cannot miss Thursdays. There's always information here to help us do business better, because if we don't have our health, we can't keep our wealth. And so we want to say to you, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again, Maureen. And we look forward to your unlimited table.
Love sick.